Good morning. I am truly glad that you are here in this quiet moment at the start of the day, a moment not everyone knows how to give to themselves. Maybe life out there is asking you to be strong, to be fast, to handle many things at once. But right now you do not need to be anyone else except yourself. Your presence alone is enough. Morning always carries its own kind of beauty. No matter what yesterday was like, how tired or tangled it felt, this moment is still a new gift. The first light of the day is like a gentle reminder that everything can begin again. We do not need to be perfect to deserve a new day. We only need to step into it with a soft heart and an open mind. I want you to know this. You are not alone. All of us have mornings when we wake up with a little heaviness inside. Some carry thoughts that were not resolved from the day before. Some carry worries about what will happen today. Some are trying to mend quiet spaces within themselves that no one else knows about. And some simply feel tired after many days of trying. All of that is normal. The human heart has days when it ripples, days when it is still, and days when it does not know where it is drifting. But this morning right here, you have the right to set down everything that feels heavy. You do not need to solve it all now. You only need to enter this new day with a slow breath and a small trust that things will become clearer. Today, I hope you allow yourself to soften a little. You do not have to hide your tiredness. You do not have to appear strong. It is enough to simply acknowledge that you are trying. There are moments in life when peace does not come from everything going well, but from our willingness to touch our true feelings. Right now, you can choose a different beginning. A lighter morning, a clearer mind, a calmer heart, and it all begins in this moment with you being here. Welcome to your own morning, a morning where you are allowed to slow down, breathe gently, and begin again in the way you wish. Now, before we go deeper into this morning, I want you to give yourself a gentle moment. Let your body pause for a while. If you can lower your shoulders a little, because sometimes we do not even realize how much we have been carrying on them. Breathe in deeply, but do not force it. Just let the breath enter naturally the same way the morning light slips into your room. And then breathe out slowly as if you are setting down everything you have been holding for so many days. Once more, breathe in softly, then breathe out gently. Each breath is like a small gift of peace you offer to yourself. Not a peace brought by the outside, but one gently opening from within you. The breath of morning has a special quality. It is never rushed. It does not ask you to do anything big. It simply reminds you that you are alive, you are present, and you have the right to begin everything in a softer way. When you breathe in, imagine you are inviting light into your mind. When you breathe out, imagine you are letting go of thoughts that make you tense, anxious, or hard on yourself. You do not need to push them away. Just allow them to drift like slow-moving clouds across the sky. If something is worrying you this morning, you do not need to fight it. You only need to breathe with it. Some worries shrink when you look at them calmly. Some sadness becomes lighter when you breathe along with it. Morning is a beautiful time to reset the rhythm of your life. You do not have to control everything. You only need to choose what you want to carry into today. Maybe it is peace. Maybe it is patience. Maybe it is kindness. Whatever quality you choose, just breathe in and let it settle inside you as a reminder that you are beginning again. And when you breathe out, imagine you are releasing anything that no longer serves you. An old thought, a heavy worry, a needless self-criticism. All of it can be set down, right here, right now, in this very breath. I want to ask you something, so I know you are truly here with me in this moment. This morning, when you place your hand on your chest and feel your own breath, what do you sense most clearly? Is it lightness, sadness, hope, or simply the feeling of still being here? You can share it with me, and thank you for being fully present in this moment. Take one last breath in, breathe out slowly, and let your new day begin from this soft breath. Morning always has its own rhythm. Not too loud, not too strong. just enough to remind you that a new day is unfolding, gentle and patient, waiting for you to step into it. And wherever you are in your life right now, there are always honest movements happening inside you that no one else may see. Sometimes you wake up with a mind that feels a little tangled, unsure of where to begin. Sometimes you open your eyes and realize you are still carrying unfinished stories from yesterday. Sometimes you simply feel you have been running too fast and your heart cannot keep up. These are very human moments, ordinary but easily overlooked in the pace of daily life. But this morning, I want you to see them with softness, not to blame or judge yourself, but to understand that each of us is on our own journey with turns we never expected. I once met a woman named Anna. Every morning she tried to appear fine even though inside she carried hundreds of pieces that had not yet come together. She told me that the hardest part was not getting through challenges but learning how to keep her gentleness while doing so. Another time I met a man named Lucas. He worked endlessly, believing his worth was defined by what he achieved. But one morning, looking at himself in the mirror, he realized he had forgotten how to smile sincerely. And there were young people like Maya, trying to find their own path among countless expectations. She always felt she was running behind someone, even though no one ever told her she had to run that fast. These stories are not meant to make you sad, but to remind you that you are not lost on your own path. Everyone is learning how to understand themselves, how to rise after tiring days, how to find their light again. This morning, I want you to gently see that you do not need to be perfect to begin again. You do not need to have every answer to keep moving forward. You only need the courage to admit that you are living, learning, and changing little by little. Sometimes the moments that feel uncertain are the ones that reveal the truest parts of you. What you fear may simply be what you have not understood yet. What you avoid may be the place you need to return to most. And what you think you cannot overcome may be what helps you grow. Morning always carries a quiet reminder that everything can be rearranged. No rush, no force. Not necessarily right now. You only need to be willing to see life with softer eyes. Let the morning touch you in the gentlest way, reminding you that you are still on your way, still held, and still allowed to choose a quieter rhythm for yourself. This is the beginning of a new day that listens, feels, and honors the small movements within you. Morning is always the time when the mind is most open. Everything is still new and clear and not yet colored by the stories that will unfold throughout the day. Because of that, any thought you plant in this moment carries a strength far greater than you may realize. This morning, I want to offer you a gentle thought. Something small enough for you to carry all day, yet deep enough to shift the way you walk through it. It is this: you do not need to be perfect to have a peaceful day. Many of us grew up believing that we must get everything right, be absolutely strong, always manage our emotions, and only then are we worthy of a good day. But the truth is, peace does not come when you do everything right. It comes when you allow yourself to be real, even if that truth includes a few fragile corners. You may not be certain about the future. You may not have finished yesterday's story. You may still be learning how to forgive someone or how to forgive yourself. And none of that takes away your right to peace this morning. Peace is not a reward. It is a choice. It is something you can place in your mind like a seed and let it grow in its own quiet way. You only need to plant it at the right moment. And this morning is that moment. While you are still breathing softly, while the world has not yet demanded anything from you, you can choose to plant the thought that you are enough, even on days when you do not know where you are going. You can choose to see yourself with gentler eyes. You can choose to enter the day without carrying self-blame or weighty expectations. You only need to bring your honesty with you. Today you are allowed to begin with a lighter soul. Today you are allowed to choose a beautiful thought to guide your steps. It may be gratitude. It may be calmness. It may be kindness. Or it may simply be this small sentence: I am learning to live kindly with myself. I want to invite you to do one simple thing to mark this moment. Leave a small comment to remind yourself that you were present in this morning. You can write one word of feeling or simply, "I am ready to change." It is not a promise. It is only a gentle way of acknowledging that your heart is still opening, still receiving, still growing in its own rhythm. Thank you for giving yourself a beautiful thought this morning. This tiny seed will follow you through the day, and maybe it will make your day a little brighter than yesterday. There is a gentle yet powerful truth that not everyone notices. The morning mind is like a sheet of paper freshly torn from an old notebook. It is new, clean, and full of possibility for whatever you choose to write on it. And the first thing you write will influence the rest of your day. This morning, I want to take you into a simple law of the mind. A small law, but if you understand it and practice it, you will see the way you view the world change clearly. The law is this: a mind nourished by awareness and kindness creates a more peaceful life. It sounds simple, but in reality, most of the difficulties in our day do not begin with what happens, but with how the mind interprets what happens. The same situation can feel light to one person and heavy to another. The same words can be forgotten by one person, but held tightly by another. The difference lies in the quality of the mind. When the mind is fed with tension, it reacts with tension. When it is fed with doubt, it sees everything through a defensive lens. But when the mind is fed with awareness and kindness, it becomes softer, clearer, and more open to what comes. Imagine this. When someone upsets you, instead of reacting immediately, you pause for 1 second, like pressing a pause button in your thoughts. That pause is awareness. And when you choose to see that person with a kinder perspective, you shift the entire direction of your emotions. It does not mean you ignore what is wrong. It does not mean you let yourself be hurt. It simply means you refuse to let your mind be pulled into a negative spiral. When your mind softens, life softens. When your mind brightens, difficulties become easier to breathe through. And the beautiful thing about this law is that you do not need to be perfect to live by it. You only need to notice how you are reacting and gently adjust. No forcing, no blaming, no self-criticism, just choosing again how you want to stand in that moment. Each morning you can ask yourself a simple question. What will I nourish my mind with today? Fear or trust? Anger or understanding? Doubt or kindness? You cannot control everything that happens in the day, but you can choose the quality of what you feed your mind. And that quality will set the rhythm of your life. The wonderful thing is this law does not ask you to change quickly. It only asks you to be aware little by little, to notice when you have lost your peace and gently return to it, not with harsh commands, but with a soft reminder to yourself, today I will nourish my mind with awareness and kindness, and you will see life respond to you with a gentleness that matches it. Morning is the most beautiful time to choose a subtle direction for your day. Not a big goal or a long plan, but a small action light enough for you to do right now. This small action becomes a gentle reminder, resting in your mind so that whenever you feel overwhelmed or unsteady, you can return to it and find your breathing again. This morning I want you to do something very simple. When you look in the mirror, smile at yourself for just 1 second. Only one. It may seem too small to matter, but often it is exactly these small things that create a deeper shift than you expect. When you smile at yourself, even for a brief moment, you are sending a quiet message to your mind that you accept who you are right now. Not a better version, not a perfect version, just you as you are with what you have done, what is still in progress. A soft morning smile can help you release invisible expectations, comparisons, and self-criticism that you may not even realize you are carrying. It is like placing your hand on someone's shoulder and saying everything will be all right. The difference is that today you are saying it to yourself, and you deserve to hear it. After you smile, I want you to choose one quality to carry with you through the day. Only one. No more. You may choose calmness, so you will not be pulled into small distractions. Choose kindness, so you can see others with gentler eyes. Choose patience, so you do not create unnecessary pressure for yourself. Choose clarity, so you know what you are doing and why. Whatever you choose, let it become your anchor. And whenever you feel thrown off balance, return to the question, what did I choose for today? You will feel your mind slowly find its center again. I want to ask you something, so I know you are truly here with me in this moment. This morning, which quality are you choosing to walk with? Peace, patience, kindness, or something else that is calling you? Share it with me because your presence is an important part of this journey. Thank you for being here, for listening, and for giving yourself this small kindness. One gentle smile, one quality chosen, and you already have a direction for your day. This morning, as your mind softens and your breath finds its steady rhythm, I want to invite you into a gentle prayer. Not a prayer of ritual, not a prayer of obligation, but a prayer from a heart that wants to be kinder to itself and to life. You do not need to follow any particular religion to feel the meaning of this moment. You only need to open your heart a little so that peace has a place to enter. Let us begin. Lord, this morning, I pause for a moment to come closer to you in this quiet space. I thank you for the breath still flowing through me, for the light of this new day opening before me, and for the chance to become a gentler version of myself. Please give me clarity of mind so I may know what to release and what to hold. Some thoughts have stayed with me for so long that I believed they were a part of who I am. Help me see them clearly so I may understand what nourishes me and what drains me. Please place within me the softness I have forgotten. Softness is not weakness. It is the strength that keeps me from being swept away by small things. When I face words that hurt me, grant me calmness so I do not react too quickly. When I meet situations that trouble me, grant me wisdom so I do not burden my heart unnecessarily. Please give me a clean heart. Not clean in the sense of perfection, but clean in the sense of being honest and sincere. Help me see others with wider and kinder eyes, with more understanding and less judgment. When I meet someone difficult, remind me that everyone carries a story. When I meet someone quiet, help me see that they may be trying harder than I know. Please give me the strength of patience. When things do not unfold as I hope, remind me that some things need time to blossom. When I feel slower than others, remind me that every journey has its own rhythm. Please give me compassion so I may treat myself more kindly. On days when I fall short of what I hope to do, remind me that I am still learning. In moments when I make mistakes, remind me that I am still worthy of love. And when I must walk through challenges, give me strength so I do not collapse, and peace so I do not lose myself. Lord, please bring your peace into me this morning. Not the peace of perfection, but the peace of a heart that knows it is not alone, not forgotten, and always able to begin again. I offer this day to you. Please walk with me in every thought, every word, every step. Amen. The morning is opening more fully now, and I want you to take a few seconds to feel the gentle shift happening inside you. It may be that your breath has become a little steadier. It may be that your mind feels slightly less tense. It may be that a small corner of your heart has just become a little brighter. Whether the change is big or small, it is still an important part of the journey you are on. A journey where you may not always notice how far you have come. This morning, I want to offer you a soft and clear blessing. I wish you a day bright enough for you to see the good that is already here, no matter how small. I wish you a day peaceful enough so you are not pulled into things that do not belong to you. I wish you a day light enough so your heart no longer has to carry the weight of yesterday. You deserve a day like that. A day where you can walk with a clearer mind, a gentler heart, and thoughts that feel more spacious. A day where you do not have to force yourself to be strong, but simply be yourself. No rush, no pressure, no need to prove anything. You only need to take small steps with the kindness you planted in this morning. And if today brings moments of discomfort, tiredness, or challenge, remember that you already have a center to return to. It is your slow breath. It is your presence. It is the quality you chose for today. These things will remind you that you are not lost, You are simply being guided back to alignment. Before we close this morning, I want you to do something very small, but deeply meaningful. Leave a comment with one word you want to carry with you today. Just one word. It may be peace, light, soft enough, gratitude, understanding, or simply the number one to mark that you were truly here in this moment. Leaving this one word is not for me to see, but for you to acknowledge within yourself that you were present, you listened, you breathed, and you began your day with intention. Thank you for being here. Thank you for opening your heart to yourself. Thank you for choosing to step into this morning in a gentler, softer, deeper way. And if mornings like this help your mind feel clearer and your heart more at peace, I am truly glad to walk with you. Stay here with me so each morning we can step into a new day with a light mind and a full heart. I wish you a beautiful day in the way you hope for. Our morning together is coming to a close, but the most beautiful part is right here. Not in the words I have spoken, not in the lessons you have listened to, but in the moment you realized you were truly present. You gave yourself time. You slowed your breath. You allowed your mind to open and your heart to soften just a little. That is a gift not everyone gives themselves each morning. And you did it. I want you to know that every meaningful change begins with small moments like this. A slow breath, a clear thought, a gentle prayer, a soft smile to yourself. Nothing grand, but together they create a new inner life. A life with a steadier foundation, more light, and deeper peace. This morning you planted good things into your mind. You chose a direction for your emotions. You practiced seeing yourself with kindness. And you chose a quality to walk with today. These things do not turn you into someone else. They help you return to who you truly are, a self that has always held light, peace, and gentleness within, even when life made you forget. As you step into today, there may be moments that pull you away from this peace. A difficult word, an overwhelming task, something that does not go as you hoped. But please remember this. You can always return here within your own mind, where you breathed slowly, where you loved yourself, where you laid the foundation of peace for the day. This morning does not end when you turn off the video or close your device. It travels with you in small thoughts and small choices, in moments when you want to react, but choose softness instead. It appears when you are tired, and remember that you chose kindness. It appears when you are unsure, and remember that you asked for clarity. It becomes a quiet current that supports you throughout the day. Before we end, I want to invite you to take one more gentle step. If this morning made you feel lighter, brighter, or more touched, leave a small sign for yourself to know that you are nurturing this beautiful habit. You can comment one word, a short sentence, or simply, "I was present." It is a small commitment you offer to yourself, not to me. And I thank you for this presence. If this morning brought you peace, I would be happy to walk with you again in the mornings ahead. Not as an obligation, but as a soft ritual you can return to each day. A place to breathe, to settle, to remind yourself that you deserve a life that is bright and gentle like this. I wish you step into your day with a full heart. I wish you meet gentle things. I wish you strength for challenges and clarity for the choices ahead. And above all, I wish you hold on to the peace you created this morning.